Hey guys, welcome to day 2 of the Peace Came Down devotional, where we're walking through basically this Christmas season and seeing what God has in store for us. And we're taking time to just look and see and explore and really prepare our hearts for Christmas. And one of the things that we've looked at yesterday is we looked at how we were made good. We were made to live in peace. We were made in the Garden of Eden. We were made for good things. And we all know that today in our world that things aren't good. Things don't feel good. Things don't seem good. And that's something that we struggle with. And we're going to look right now at Psalm chapter 34. And I encourage you, go back, read the entire Psalm. But Psalm 34, starting at verse 12. I love this passage. One of the main reasons I love it is because of who wrote it. David was the one who wrote this. And he wrote it at a time before he was king. He wrote this while he was fleeing for his life. He was acting like an insane person. He was living among his enemies. All of these things while David was being hunted by King Saul, who David had always served. And so David knew both good times and difficulty. He knew what it was to flee for your life. And he says this in verse 12, when David could have been just given over to rage, he could have been given over to envy and vengeance and all of this. He turns and he says this. He says, "Who is someone who desires life, loving a long life to enjoy what is good? Keep your tongue from evil and your lips from deceitful speech. Turn away from evil and do what is good. Seek peace and pursue it." Now that's significant for David to say, seek peace and pursue it, because he had every single reason to seek vengeance and to seek war. But instead, he decided he was going to seek peace. Why? Because in our hearts and in our souls, we were made for peace. We were not made for war. We were not made for evil. We were made for good. And we've got to get to a place where we understand that peace is a good thing. Peace is something that our hearts long for, our hearts desire. And David had seen the worst of humanity. I mean, he had been involved in wars. He had killed people. I mean, he was a soldier. He had killed a lot of people. And in this moment, he's living with his enemies, basically, and he's saying, look, seek peace. Do good and seek peace. And we even see in the New Testament that we are called to, if at all possible, to live at peace with those around us. So one of the things that you and I have got to get to where we are striving for and we are focusing on and we are trying to move in this direction is being people of peace. Not giving in to the temptation to wage war, not giving in to the slander that goes on in our world, not giving in to the backbiting and the hate and the division and all of this. No. We should be people of peace. Why? Because we were made for peace. And so I just want to encourage you, seek peace this season, even in the midst of all the turmoil, even in the midst of all the craziness. Seek peace. Do good and seek peace. And as we continue to look during this season, as we prepare our hearts for Christmas, we will see that the reason we can ultimately have peace is because of Jesus, and because when he came down, peace came down with him.